I just so happened to get the most valuable item that I have in the Rad Cave for Father's Day. Stick around. Let's get into it.
Masters of the universe on the shelf. Vintage collectibles speak for themselves. Cartridges loaded and ready to play. Taking every Gen X kid back today. Game on now! Time to explore! One more score! Then one more! Rad Graham Extra! Rad Graham.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Rad Cave. I am Rad, back with another video. And as I said in the very short and quick intro, I received the most valuable item that I have in my collection now for Father's Day. Now, I do have some valuable things, little monetary, some more emotional, like the He-Man that's sitting over there, and some of the new stuff sitting behind me. Doesn't really have a huge value, but at least for those as a kid, sentimentally, I opened every single one of those as a 7 or 8 year old back in '82. So yeah, I have some valuable things, and but to my surprise, the smallest little thing to me is the most valuable. Now, if you followed me on my main channel, Rad Graham, then you've known that I am a huge fan of the Highlander movies and the series. And yes, I'm even a fan of Highlander 2, which is probably so horrible of a movie, it makes it good. So, fan of the movies, a fan of the TV series with Duncan MacLeod instead of Connor MacLeod. And I have the MacLeod sword. I have most of the movies on VHS. I have the couple seasons of the series on VHS. I have the movies also on DVD and Blu-ray. And I even have a Commodore 64 cassette game. But I don't have the cassette adapter for my Commodore, so I haven't been able to play that game. So I'm a big fan. There's a lot of things in the room that I'm going to start downscaling, selling on my eBay store to get rid of that are cool things, but not really in my wheelhouse of what I like to collect. He-Man, Highlander, Wolverine stuff, Assassin's Creed, John Wick stuff. I know that's not retro, but so there's certain things that I'm going to be getting rid of to make room for more things. So I am super excited about the new Highlander movie that's coming out with Henry Cavill. I can't wait for that. I'm not always a huge fan of Batista. I don't know, but he's been cast to be the villain, which is Kurgan. And the cool thing, I guess, in interviews that I've seen is that Batista has always been a fan of the Highlander movie and was super stoked when he got the call that they wanted him to be Kurgan. So leading into that, even though I love Connor MacLeod, my favorite person in the Highlander movies is the Kurgan, played by Clancy Brown, which I don't think they could have picked a better person for that. It's still the best Kurgan in my mind. And so along with the Highlander series comic books, I also have the Kurgan ones where it's a story of how the Kurgan came to be. So I'm a fan of Kurgan. I even have on my screensaver of my phone, it's Kurgan. And since PlayStation and Xbox invented gamer tags, my gamer tag has always been Kurgan and some other stuff, so it's always included Kurgan. I know my oldest, he still has some of his friends that I used to play Gears of War with and Halo with, and I sucked, and I still do. They still call me Kurgan. So it's very cool. So bringing me up to what it is. So my son, my oldest, who is 33. Sorry, son. I don't know. Are you 32 going on 33 or 33 going on 34? I forget. Needless to say, he late in life developed this talent that none of us knew he had. My mom is an artist, great painter. My daughter is a great artist in a lot of ways. And my wife, although she's not their mom, she's a professional level artist as well. And so the story is my son has a neighbor below. My son's into tabletop games. And he had a neighbor down below who had a 3D printer and was printing little figures that he started to paint. And then eventually he winded up getting his own 3D printer and he prints them out. And literally kind of right out of the gate, he had a talent for painting the landscapes, painting the figures of all of these different ones. And I'm going to pop some of them up on the video, because the pictures I'm showing you aren't ones that he did 3 years after he started painting. These were literally within a half a year of him starting to paint these figures. So he is super talented. You're super talented, son. And so I'd say a couple years ago now, and he's also received commissions by a couple different people, but a couple years ago I had this, I guess it's a Highlander tabletop game, card game, and it had these little figurines that I had in my collection over there. And I said, yeah, maybe you can paint these for me. And of course, the detail that goes into these things, I literally think 2 years has passed. And I hit him up about them every once in a while. And so what threw him off is the Conor McLeod figure is bent, and he thought mine was warped. But then he started looking more and more of them up online, and it seems to be the mold that they made them bent. So that kind of like frustrated him, and I think it got shelved for a bit. So finally, when we went out to lunch on Father's Day, he gave me one of them. Now there's one of like 5, I think. And of course, I don't think he's painting all of them, but he gave me my character. Check it out. So in this small, I'll get close-ups because you probably won't be able to see it. But in this small little container is the most valuable piece that I have in my collection, because my son painted this for me. And he painted Kurgan first because he knew that was my favorite character. And so, again, I'll do some close-ups on this, but when it's personal like this, it means so much more to me, this little figurine, because the amount of detail, it's even got little moss down on the ground where he's standing. And aren't these little cases just cute? I mean, I'm not into little figures like this, so I didn't know these things existed. So it's pretty cool. But by far the best thing that I have in here. Matter of fact, I know all of the gifts in here that I've gotten from my kids. Certain figures that Roth has gotten me, a Skeletor figure that's down there, an Assassin's Creed figure that's over there, and some stuff. So I know the ones that my kids have gotten me. This one, though, like I said, required hours upon hours of my eldest child's time, which is valuable. And I just wanted to show the world how happy I am with this and how proud I am of my son. He's super talented, continues to get commissions, and so very proud of him. So if you're a collector and you have maybe not a room like this, it could be movies, it can be music, cassettes, vinyl, toys, whatever, electronics, vintage electronics. If you collect, what is in your mind, not necessarily monetarily, but what is the most valuable item that you have in your collection and why? Drop a comment below and let me know. And as always, if this is the type of content that you like, please consider subscribing to the channel, liking the video, sharing it out, and again, commenting. It always helps with that pesky YouTube algorithm. Kind of a tongue twister. So with that said, guys, I appreciate y'all watching, and we'll see you on the next video. Take care.
There is one called color among them.